Hey guys, welcome to another video. I said a while back that I wanted to start posting on here more, and I think I'm succeeding in that. I hope I am. I feel like I'm starting to post on here more, especially and with my blogs, like catching up on my blogs and stuff. I'm not before when I first started my blog, I used to post every single week. And for the first few months of me having my blog running, I posted twice a week. I did a flashback Friday and then a regular post sometime during the rest of the week. But I don't do flashback Fridays anymore because I was kind of running out of stories or stories to write or tell you guys about for flashback Fridays. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to post weekly on there anymore. And I think I'm just going to post whenever I feel like it. Now, since Dancing with the Stars is back for another season, it started last Monday. We're now going into week 3, which is TikTok night, and I can't wait. I am going to post every week around Sunday or Monday or sometimes Tuesday. Every single week I'm going to do a Dancing with the Stars recap on my blog, so I will be posting every week until the season is over. And obviously I will be doing my predictions and stuff for wrestling pay-per-views and stuff like that. But other than that, I think I'm just going to post on my blog whenever I get an idea or whenever I feel like it. So yeah, because I don't really have, I'm running out of ideas to post for my blog. So yeah, I think I'm just, from now on, I'm just going to post whenever I feel like it, or especially for posting results, or not results, predictions for wrestling pay-per-views, or not pay-per-views but events. And obviously every week now until Dancing with the Stars is over, I will post my weekly recaps for the show. But anyway, as for YouTube, I am going to try and post weekly again. Because I do have lots of videos in mind, and obviously I am doing Vlogoween. So that'll start in October 1st. If you guys don't know what Vlogoween is, it's where I post every day in the month of Halloween, or in the month of October, for obviously Halloween. So I'll start August 1st and upload a video every single day up until Halloween. And on Halloween, I'll post a video. And I do the same thing for Vlogmas, where I post every day in December. Well, not every day, but from December 1st until Christmas. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. Like I said, I want to get back into posting on here more. So hopefully I can stick to that this time. But yeah, today I'm doing a haul. I did go shopping on Thursday. I went to a few stores and I got a few things. And I got a few things on Wednesday too. I also got a game in the mail, which I'm super excited about, which I will show that first, just to get that out of the way, because it's a little bit big, it's pretty hefty. So I'm just going to jump right into it and start with the game. I'm going to show you the box that it came in first. This is the actual case right here. But this is the box that it came in. It's actually massive. Are you kidding me? It's actually humongous. I opened the box. Obviously I knew it was going to be big and, heavy. But I kind of underestimated how big it was going to be. Not so much heavy, but, it's huge. You can honestly, you kind of have to, lean back just to get it, the full thing on camera. But yeah, there's nearly 2,000 cards. This was wrapped in, a plastic wrapping, and this was stuck to the plastic wrap, so I just peeled it off of that and stuck it to the box. I don't know why. But yeah, there's nearly 2,000 cards in here. It's not actually 2,000 cards, but it's close to it. So this is the case that it came in. So it's a little briefcase. How cute. And it has, you can't really see it, but it has Cards Against Humanity engraved on the case. Also, this is $200 on Amazon, but I got $200 worth of gift cards, so I only had to pay $50, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, this is something that I really wanted, because I absolutely love Cards Against Humanity. I love playing it. So I don't play it very often because my parents, they don't play like especially some of my family members, they don't play stuff like this. They're more like into Uno and Skippo and Racco and stuff like that, and Play 9, some of my favorite games ever. But like Cards Against Humanity, What Do You Meme, Exploding Kittens, like they don't usually play stuff like that unless I ask them to. And even then, they're like, they're kind of bored during it. But yeah, me and my coworkers sometimes have this thing called game night where we meet at one of our houses and just play games. And this is one of the games that we usually play, or at least the last couple times I went there. Now, not this one, because we haven't had game night since I got this one. But I brought the original Cards Against Humanity to both game nights a couple weeks ago, and we played, and we played it a couple times, and it is so funny. So, but I've never brought this one to game night either, simply because we haven't had it since I got this. But this is the case. Now, it's not full of cards, it's half full. It leaves like a couple rows that you can put the original cards in. But like I already unwrapped them, so I put all the black cards here, and then I put a little divider because it comes with these little dividers, and then I put here and here and here are the white cards. I did separate these black cards and white cards because these are empty cards that you can fill out yourself. So I will start filling those out eventually. Actually, one of the things that I'm going to show later in the video that I got on Thursday, I only bought it just so I can fill out those cards. I mean, I could use anything to write anything in those cards. I could use like any pen or marker or whatever, but I really wanted to use a Sharpie, so I'll get into that when I actually show what I bought on Thursday. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I cannot wait to play it. If I can close it, that will be great. Okay, there. Sometimes I have to use two hands to close it, and sometimes it just closes without a hitch. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's heavy, it's huge, and I love it. Next, okay. I got 2 bags of stuff to show, this bag, and then I have a bowl, which I will get into in a minute. In this bag is the stuff that I got on Wednesday. Wednesday, I literally left my house to get one singular Sharpie because I looked and I looked and I could not find it. So I went to the dollar store, I went to Shoppers, because one of those two stores, they must have a Sharpie. I mean, come on. They didn't. So I went to the dollar store first, and then I went to Shoppers. Didn't have any. And so I knew Foodland, that's another store near me, and Coleman's wouldn't have Sharpies, but I still wanted to go in there anyway, because there's a couple things I wanted to find. I didn't find any of the... I only found like one thing that I was craving, which I will show in a minute. But when I went to Coleman's, I saw these things. I saw this. This is Fluffy Stuff Witch's Brew Cotton Candy, which is in the flavor Berry Punch, which I will be putting aside and trying for my Halloween taste test video during Vlogoween. I got a diamond painting in a little turkey. How cute. I got a bald cap. And the reason for that is because usually when I wear wigs, which isn't very often, my hair is always peeking out, so this would be perfect. I could just wear a bald cap, and that way my hair isn't peeking out. Hopefully this works. I got 2 bags of candy for my Halloween candy salad, which I will post on TikTok sometime in October. I got these, which I think I had these in my candy salad last year. Ghoulish gummies in the shape of like ghosts and pumpkins and bats. Super, super cute. And then I got some candy corn classic. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm one of the people that like it, so yeah. got those for my candy salad. This is what I was craving. So I went to, okay, what happened was I went to the dollar store and Shoppers to look for a Sharpie. They didn't have any. So I went to another drugstore called Hoyle's to see if they had any. They didn't. So then I went to Foodland just to see what they had there, if they had any Halloween stuff. I didn't find anything, so I just got my mom something, and then I left. And then I went to another store called Coleman's to see what they had there. I couldn't find anything, so I left. And then when I got in my car to leave the Coleman's parking lot, I was like, shoot, I forgot something. Like, literally, I left Coleman's parking lot. I was on the road driving, and I was like, shoot, I forgot to look for what I was craving for. So I went to Foodland to get it. They didn't have any, so then I went back to Coleman's and got it, and I found some. I was craving ladyfingers, which are literally just cookie sticks covered in chocolate, which I used to devour as a child. I loved these things. I still do. So, I don't know. I was just craving some of these, so I went and picked some up. Next. Okay, the last thing in this bag is a magazine. One of my favorite shows ever is Dancing with the Stars. I've been a fan of the show since I was like 9 years old, and now I'm 23. So I found the 20th anniversary special magazine. So of course I had to pick it up. I had a book picked up at first. I was going to get a book, but I put it back the second I saw this, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm getting this instead. I love the show. Have loved it since I was like 9 years old. Season 14, I think. But yeah. Super excited. I've already looked through this a bunch of times. Like it covers like all the winners, the sexiest dances to be on the show. It has a little article about Len Goodman, one of the judges who died 2023? Or was it 2024? I don't know. He died in April of either 2023 or 2024. And I think it was like the day before his birthday, which was very sad. But yeah, and it also talks about this. Okay, this magazine came out before the cast for the season was announced, but a couple of the stars were announced beforehand. So there's a little article about the first 4 cast members announced, which is Robert Irwin, Alex Earl, and Jen Affleck and Whitney Levitt, who are all killing it. Especially Robert. Honestly, I want either Robert or Scott to win. Mostly Robert right now, because I think it would be so cool if both him and his sister won, and both of Steve and Terry Irwin's kids won the show. That would be sick. Like his sister won 10 years ago, 10 years later, it would be so cool if if her brother won too. So, yeah, I would love that. But yeah, I got that. Also, I do have to say on Dancing with the Stars this year, everyone is killing it so far. Andy and Corey weren't I can't say, okay. Andy isn't that bad either, and Corey wasn't half bad. Baron was pretty good too. I say were and was for Baron and Corey because they were the first 2 people eliminated this year. They were eliminated Tuesday night in the first elimination of the season, which was a double elimination. But yeah, everyone else is pretty good. Like, we don't usually, like, every year we'll have a couple people that are, like, pretty bad, and most people, like, you're like, no, they won't make it far, they're not gonna win. Almost everyone on this year is stacked, like, amazing. Like, the cast is stacked this year. Like Robert, I think Robert will win, but if he doesn't, like, I don't know who else would win, because everyone is so good. And I could see a little bit everybody winning, if that makes sense. So everyone is amazing this year. I love everybody. Like, oh my goodness. The cast is stacked. This is probably the most competitive or, like, stacked cast I've ever seen on the show, and I'm loving it. Anyway, next I'm going to start with this bowl. I got some stuff in this bowl, by the way, that I will show in a minute. But I bought this pumpkin bowl for my candy salad. It's pretty big. I'm going to take everything out so I can show just how big it is. Because I already have quite a few candies and stuff for it. So I wanted a little bit of a bigger bowl. And what I do with my candy salads is I obviously make the candy salad, and then I'll bring it up for my family or whoever comes in to visit to, like, snack on. So Yeah, I do have a bag of Reese's put aside for my candy salad that my mom bought for me, but I think I'm going to keep those to myself just because my mom bought them for me, and I'm just going to buy another bag for it. I don't know, but yeah, I can't wait for Halloween. I'm so excited. Next, I got 3 boxes of Girl Guide cookies, the mint ones, which are so good. I now have 5 boxes of these in my room, and that's just in my room. We have like a full box and a half, and there's like 17 boxes in each box. Yeah, me and my family love these things. They're delicious, so of course I had to get a couple boxes. Next, I got the viral Labubu. Some people like it, some people think it's like super creepy, which honestly I can see why people would think it's creepy, but like I really wanted one. I wanted to see what the hype was about, and honestly I think it's cute. I think it's a little bit cute. Like it's super like fluffy, and like I'm a fan. Now the store that I got this at, it's called Bucker 2. They do have, or they did have them in stock. They don't have them now, I don't think. The Coca-Cola ones. So next time I go there and I see one, I am gonna probably get one of the Coca-Cola ones. I wasn't going to, but I went to the store and because I asked them to put this aside for me, and I'll just e-transfer the money to them because they sold out really fast. So I really wanted one just to see what the hype was about. So when I first found out, because they posted it on Facebook that they had them, when I first found out they had them, I was like, I'm gonna get them to hold on to one for me and put one aside for me. So I e-transferred them the money, and when I went to pick it up, like I said, I had no plans on getting the Coca-Cola one, even though they did post it. When I went there to pick it up, the lady asked me to follow her to the warehouse or the storage room, and she had a couple of the Coca-Cola Labubus put aside for other people, and I was like, okay, now I kind of want one because they look kind of cool. So yeah, next time they get those in stock, and next time I see the Coca-Cola Labubus, I'm probably gonna get one of those now. But yeah, honestly, I can see why people think it's creepy, but I think it's pretty cute. So, which I got this for. By the way, I got this for a little bit cheaper because apparently these things are like 76 or like $80 or something. I was on Facebook last night and I saw the store that is in my hometown. I'm not gonna say where it is, but the store is called Frank's. They had these there for $76.99, but I only paid like $22.95 for mine at Bucker 2. So yeah, I saved like $50. So yeah. So I just got that just to see what the hype was about, and honestly, I like it. It's quite cute to me. Next, I got these at work last night just to try them. I'm going to try these on TikTok, obviously, more than likely. Doritos Cool Ranch Spits. These are sunflower seeds. I've never tried sunflower seeds before, especially the Cool Ranch ones. I'm assuming these just came out because I've never seen them before. Last night was my first time ever seeing them at work. Or ever seeing them anywhere. So I bought a bag and I'm going to try these on TikTok. Next, this is also from Bucker 2. I got a Pinchy, which are a little like, to me, they're kind of like a mix between slime and like a stress ball, like a squishy. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like kind of like a mix between slime and a squishy. Which I love stuff like this. So, next, I love like card games and board games and stuff. I always have, but I feel like ever since I've been to my first game night with like my coworkers and stuff, I find I usually play them more now. So every time I go to a store now, like Walmart or anywhere that sells card games or board games, I usually end up getting one. So I got Uno teams or Uno teams. Some people call it some people call it Uno, some people call it Uno. I've always called it Uno. But I got Uno teams. Obviously this is just Uno but in teams, obviously. I mean, that's what it's called. But yeah, there's a bunch of different cards in here. I think there's a card in here that like skips to your partner. So if you're playing with like 4 other people and there's like 3 teams, it skips to your partner. I think that's what the card means. But yeah, super excited for that. We are having game night at my church for home league. I think in 2 weeks or next week. I'm not sure, but we do have game night at home league coming up, so I'm probably going to bring that one and just play it with some of my friends there. I got some of my favorite chocolate bars of all time, or one of my favorite chocolate bars of all time, because I got a couple of them. I had more than this, but I've already eaten a couple. Kit Kat Chunky Peanut Butter. If you know me, you know how I feel about these things. These are easily one of my favorite chocolate bars of all time. I'm obsessed with these. I got some cotton candy mints, which I will be trying on TikTok. I got a Halloween mask, this pumpkin one. This is also for my candy salad. I got some Skeletons Squatchies. This is what I was looking for, desperately. Sharpie. And I only needed one singular black one. So I can write on those empty card or blank Cards Against Humanity cards. So I found it at Dollarama. And now I got a black, a blue, and a red Sharpie. Next, I got 2 things of Halloween cookie decoration kits. I got a pumpkin one, which comes with the cookie and the icing and the sprinkles, and a ghost one. And next, I got another card game. This is Flip 7. I've already played this by myself, like 5 or 6 times already. And easily is probably my favorite game I've ever played. I'm obsessed with it. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have heard the show or watched the show, but it's kind of like Catch 21 or like Pressure mixed with Pressure Luck, mixed with Blackjack. But what you do is you flip. You can say hit me or stay. If you choose to stay, all the point you can only stay if you have a numbered card. Not like a +2, because there's a couple of those too, like a +2 or a ×2 or a +10. You can't stay on one of those. You have to stay on one of the regular number cards, like 1, 2, 3, or up to 12. If you have like a 0 or any of the power-ups cards, you can't stay. You have to have at least 1 point to stay, and not a power-up point. But what you do is, if you choose to stay, it saves all of your points. And if you say hit me and you can flip 7 cards without getting a duplicate, you get an extra 15 points. And then if you say hit me and you flip a duplicate, you're out. Your points are like canceled out. You're out of the round. And then at the end of the round, they'll add up all the points and like keep track of them. And whoever gets 2,000, not 2,000, absolutely not. Whoever gets 200 points first wins. So I love it. There's a couple other cards, like Second Chance means that if you get a duplicate, you can play the Second Chance card, and that'll keep you safe, and like keep you in the round until you get another duplicate or until you flip over 7 new cards. Flip 3 means the person after you, the next person can flip 3 cards when they don't want to. And freeze means you just freeze and keep your points. It's like if you were to stay. Freeze means you freeze, you can't play at all the rest of the round, and your cards, like your points, are safe. So I'm obsessed with it. I've already played it by myself like 5 or 6 times already since I bought it. Like, I literally came home from Walmart that day, and I opened it the second I got home and tried playing it, and I am obsessed with it. Next, I got some peanut butter slime. I love slime. I find it so fun to play with. Now, the sticky slime, I don't like. The ones that leave, like, the residue on your hands, I hate that stuff. But, like, butter slime, like, this slime is good slime. I got this at $1 or $2 as well, I think. And I've gotten slime like this before from this brand. And it's pretty good. And it's like scented slime too. Yeah, it says here it's scented. And I love peanut butter. The scent, the taste, delicious. And then I got some reindeer poop. This is, I think it's putty. Anyway, it's Christmassy and I love Christmas, so I got it. That's kind of a dumb reason, but you know, I don't really care. I got a box of protein bars, one of my absolute favorite protein bars ever. Pure Protein Galactic Brownie Bars. I feel like I don't buy as many protein bars anymore. I have almost every single flavor of Pure Protein bars. Or I think I do have every single flavor. I've already gone through 2 boxes of these. And it's delicious. It's easily the best protein bar I've ever had. No joke. Next, I got another game. I got this one at Dollarama. This is Venn. It's kind of like a Venn diagram game, or it is a Venn diagram game where you put like 3 circles on the table, and it's kind of hard to explain, but I saw someone on TikTok explain it, and he explained it way better than I ever could. But what you do is, I'm going to try my best to explain it right now, but you put like 3 circles, a pink one,